What's going on, everybody? My name is MT, and welcome back to DaFAQs, a show where I just answer frequently asked questions that people have on the internet, even though nobody asked me to. Luke Cage! Luke Cage. Nowadays, it seems like all the kids are talking about the Luke Cage. Okay, children, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a doctor. I want to be a firefighter. I want to be a podiatrist.
I want to be a strong black man in a yellow shirt that can't get paper cuts. For the last time, Francine, you can't be Luke Cage because you're not black. Eugene, stop touching my feet.
But you have nice feet.
If someone does not come to take these stupid kids, I swear to God. It's safe to say that Netflix did pretty alright with their Ninja Blind Man show, to the point where they were like, you know what? Let's give White Lady Fight Lady and Strongman Black Man a go, shall we? I mean, why not? They're cool people. I mean, White Lady Fight Lady and Strongman Black Man are basically BFFs, so it'll basically be like The Color of Friendship. Everybody loves The Color of Friendship. It'll be just like that, but with a little bit of murder and a wee bit of butt stuff, and basically not like The Color of Friendship at all. And with the new Jessica Jones TV show, Luke Cage's popularity is now rising faster than blood pressure during finals week, and because of that, naturally, mad people be asking questions about him. Questions like, how did Luke Cage get his powers anyway? That's a good question. Another good question is, why is MT saying question like a slave from the 1800s? Hey massa, I got me a question. What are civil rights? Boy, who you been talking to about that nonsense? Boy, you're gonna learn today about saying curse words in front of my family. And hey, I bet you can't guess what Luke Cage's name is. Just kidding. Why would I even say that? Obviously, it's Carl Lucas. But I'm serious though, Luke Cage's real name, or at least the name that he was born with, is Carl Lucas. Don't know where he got Luke Cage from, but let's be real, you probably won't be taken seriously as a vigilante if your name is Carl. Hey you! Stop being bad or I'm gonna kick your asshole. Psh, who are you? I'm Carl. You better stop laughing, boy. My mama gave me that name. Carl Lucas grew up on the streets of Harlem as part of a gang called The Rivals with his best friend, Willis Stryker, doing hood rat stuff like drinking weed and smoking alcohol and talking to girls well past 8:30 p.m. and just generally not reading his Bible and praying every day. And growing up as a teen, Carl was like, yeah, I'm Carl. I love being a part of a gang with my best friend Willis. When I grow up, I want to be the world's best gang guy. And he was like that until one day when he was a little bit older, Carl was like, man, punching people with my bestie is fun and all, but I don't want to be mean anymore. Like, who do I think I am? I'm just a Carl. Carls are nice guys. Carls have honest jobs. Carls recycle. And so Carl decided to leave that life. But his best friend Willis, though, Willis was like, all right, peace, buddy. Brawl is life, okay? Have fun flipping burgers at Pizza Hut. I'm gonna stay on these streets where nobody can tell me that my head is too flat without getting a knife neatly placed in their abdomen, because my head is not too flat. It's normal. Yeah, just because you can measure my head with a protractor does not mean I am not worthy of love like everybody else. And so Willis Stryker kept on doing his street thing and even got himself a dope girlfriend named Reva. But unfortunately, he also got himself some enemies who may or not have been dope. I don't know. They probably sold dope though. Don't sell drugs, kids. But then one night, while out with said dope girlfriend, those enemies come out of nowhere and jump him and then start to beat him up. But then luckily, Reva escapes and finds Carl and is like, Carl, please, you have to help me. They're punching Willis, Carl. You have to help Willis. And so Carl shows up, beats these guys up, and saves his bestie's life. But when homeboy Willis regains consciousness, he's all different in the brain because your brain becomes different after a group of angry people kick you a lot in the head and in the eyeball area. So when Carl and Reva visit Willis, and Reva says that she's leaving him because brawl is not life, Willis is all like, oh, I see what's going on here. You trying to steal my girl, Carl. What you talking about, Willis? You're crazy. I'm not trying to steal your girlfriend. Oh, don't worry. I'm Pinocchio. Yo, bro, you okay? You better get out of my room, woman taker. You will pay for this, Simon. My name is Carl. I said get out, Abraham, and take that Jezebel with you. I'm Pinocchio. Okay, fine, whatever, bye. Okay, the coast is clear. We can talk now. What should I do about that backstab and Benedict Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Plant heroin at his house and call the cops.
That's a good idea, Jiminy. I'm so happy we're gonna get married. Look, I'm not comfortable hanging out with you anymore. And so Willis does just that. He plants drugs in Carl's house, and Carl winds up in the super maximum security Seagate prison, where he vows vengeance against the man that put him there every night before bedtime, after he turns on his nightlight, of course. Just kidding. You don't get nightlights in prison. But unfortunately, Carl was a victim of continuous harassment by the prison guards that worked there, led by a very racist Captain Rackham, who didn't take too kindly to all of his sass and back talk. His sass talk, if you will. Until one day, the prison's new warden walks in on Carl taking an unnecessary beating like a champ and decides to demote the captain to a regular guard as punishment. A punishment that, of course, good old racist Rackham blames on Carl. Meanwhile, Carl's resilience and endurance for pain catches the eye of one Dr. Noah Burstein, who was looking for the perfect test subject for a science experiment that looks to replicate the science that created the superpowered Warhawk. And, of course, this experiment was inspired and took a lot of data and cues from the original Super Soldier program that created Captain America, because who in the Marvel Universe wasn't created using data and inspiration from the original Super Soldier program? So Dr. Burstein, with promises of parole, convinces Mr. Lucas to get into the damn science tub while he pulls various science levers and twists various science knobs, so science stuff can happen to Mr. Lucas. Carl Lucas. And everything's going pretty okay. I mean, the doctor's in his machine going beep boop boop bop boop boop beep boop, and Luke is like, oh man, I'm sitting in the tub about to get some cool stuff happening to me. Oh boy, might get parole. But then gasp! Here comes old racist Rackham looking to hurt and or murder his old pal Carl, because I'll be damned if that brown sass machine goes free. And so Rackham decides to pull these science levers and twist these science knobs as recklessly and racistly as possible. But instead of harming Mr. Lucas, he actually ends up giving him his Luke Cagey powers of increased strength and durability. And Carl, who is not a dumbass, decides to use these powers to bitch slap Rackham, call him a freaking mealy mouth. I don't know what that means. And of course, escape Seagate prison in a very much naked fashion. Now on the run, Carl Lucas decides to change his name to Luke Cage, and after stopping a robbery in progress by chance, is inspired to use his powers to become a hero for hire, while of course seeking vengeance against his jerk of an ex-boyfriend. Okay, they weren't boyfriends, but still, if you need to break up with somebody and you don't know what to say, just plant some heroin in their home. Because there's no better way to say, I think we should see other people, than ruining their life forever. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you haven't subscribed yet, do it! Or you can just leave a thumbs up or share this video. That also makes me happy on the inside. My name is MT, and those were DaFAQs, and if you didn't know, now you know. Catch you guys later.